Welcome back, everyone, to our Making It Fun gameplay series using the career mode here in NASCAR Heat 3. So in our last video, we had a great race at Taggart, which is a normal style of track as opposed to the short track that we'll be visiting at Las Vegas today. And we had a great top 5 finish. So our slightly improved performance on both the engine and the suspension really helped us out and getting us right to the edge of that top 5. And who knows, with a longer race, we might have had a chance to go a little further, but I wanted to keep that race a little bit shorter because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with our performance. But now we're going to go back to a little bit longer race at Las Vegas. We're back up to 50% on the race scale right now, and it's time to prepare for our next race. Let's go ahead and click into Prepare. Adjust work plan, and this time we're going to be looking for the short track. All right, let's go in and set the engine. Going to be our maximum of 85, and then we're going to do Andrews 13 on the suspension, and that will put us even with what we were at the previous race on a normal track at Taggart. So we'll see how that translates between normal tracks and short tracks. Now, here is something a little bit different. Under the upcoming tracks, you see that our next race is going to go back to a normal track at Richmond. Now, the Richmond AI are really good. So I'm actually going to improve our car for that particular race. I'm going to put some aero on the car as well as the engine and suspension whenever we get to that point, because I don't estimate being able to do very good at Richmond, and we're just going to see how that all works out. But I do want a little bit better car at Richmond than what we have at some of the other tracks, just because I know the AI are pretty fast there. All right, let's go ahead and start our work plan. Okay, short track car. That will get us to 85, 70, and 90. That's actually more than I intended for that to be. I wasn't paying close enough attention. And then on our on Bay 2, our normal car is got the 82 in aero. So we're going to be pretty fast at Vegas, I've got a feeling. But we'll see how it works out. We've got a 50% race at Vegas, and I am ready to head to the track. All right, it is race time here at Las Vegas Dirt, and I was a little worried because I messed up our preparation on the car and got our car stronger than I intended. So I was a little worried about our speed, but it seems like we're going to be perfectly fine. We qualified 14th. We'll see how we do in the race, but we certainly didn't blow anybody away in qualifying, and I am very happy about that. Ooh, really loose right there. Really loose. Looks like I may not have tightened this car up enough. As always, I am using very close to identical setup that I posted here on the channel for this particular track. And the adjustments I normally make are based on the fact that our car is not fully upgraded, so I adjust the gearing a little bit and usually tighten the car up a little bit. But the most fun comes from the fact that I usually run maybe 1 or 2 practice laps, and that's it. Just so I can save some suspense for the race of how our car is going to handle. Did I make the right adjustments? All right, so far we are up into 5th. And have an opportunity to get into 4th here very shortly. All right, up into 4th. So we're running 50 laps, so we got plenty of time to get to the lead if we have that ability and that speed. All right, trying to pick up this position to get into the top 3. All right, I heard that you're clear, so that is good news. All right, second place is there. Now the good news right now that I'm seeing is I don't know where the leader is. He's not immediately in front of us, so it looks like we're going to have to run him down. If we can run him down, if we've got the speed to run him down. And again, I don't really want to pull up the leaderboard. I want to be able to eyeball it and actually run him down to see where he's at, rather than watching the ticker and see how close we are or how far we are from him. All right, so second place is Fighting Tough. Oh, real loose there. No traction coming off. Ouch. He popped us in the right rear corner right there, coming off the corner. He's sticking right in there with us. All right, now we're getting into some traffic. Yep, he's back on the outside again. I like it. I like it. He's fighting right in there with us. All right, but we have the preferred lane around all this traffic. All right, so now I'm looking for the leader and trying to see if I can pick him out among all these lap cars. So far, I haven't seen his name or position pop up. And personally, I'm kind of hoping that these 4 or 5 cars that are immediately in front of us are all lap traffic. I'm really kind of hoping that the leader is well out there in front and is going to be a good rabbit for us to try to chase down if we can. All right, so far, I think everybody has been in a lap car. Every once in a while, I try to glance up and just see what position it's showing us in. Because when you pass 2 or 3 cars in very short order, I don't always get to see the information flash up over the top of their car. Alright, so you can see very clearly, once you get into these races, you spend a lot of time in traffic. So far, the traffic has been sort of in bunches. And it does look like our leader is lapping several cars for 20 laps into the race. We're not even quite to halfway. Again, I'm hoping the leader is not in this group of 3 cars that I'm racing with right now. Oh, he was, because I just noticed that it flashed us up into position as the leader. Now we'll get to see, once the leader gets through traffic, does he chase us back down? We know the AI struggle quite a bit with traffic. Oh, there comes a car right on our inside right now, giving us a little bump. And yes, that is indeed the leader. Okay, I like it. Our biggest concern is that we were going to take the lead and just run away with it like we did at Bristol. But that doesn't appear as though that's going to be the situation here. Really wish this traffic wasn't here right now so that we could run. Oh, look out. Wow. Okay, that'll do it. I'm not sure if he turned all the way over, but he was very close. Ouch, you saw some more contact there up in front of us. Some parts and pieces flying off the car. All right, there is a car that has run us down. I don't know who that is, but he's sticking right with us. In fact, he's got a paint scheme, I believe, very similar to ours. I'm hoping that's the second place driver. And I'm hoping he's come up here to fight for the lead, because he's certainly running right with us. We're not pulling away from him. Ooh, look out. Lots of traffic. All right, 20 more laps. All right, and unfortunately, I no longer see anybody very close in our mirrors, so it looks like whoever that was following us got caught up in the lap traffic. All right, we've now lapped up to the top 10, which is odd because we started, I think, 14th. Somewhere in that range. So it's a little odd. We've already lapped up to the cars that we started around in such a short period of time. I can understand in a 100-lap race maybe doing that, but in 35 laps, lapping up to the top 10, that's a lot. Ouch, got a little love tap from somebody right there. That might have just been a, hey, how you doing? Kind of a love tap. All right, they are doing some fierce racing right up here in front of me. Guys putting slide jobs on each other, being very aggressive with each other. And for us, we're coming up to put some of these guys their second lap down. All right, there's 7th position in front of us. And I keep looking in my mirror, hoping to see somebody chasing us down, but I have not seen it just yet. I got excited several laps ago because I saw somebody in our mirror that I thought was doing just that, but unfortunately, I was either mistaken or he got really caught up in lap traffic. We're getting close to 5 laps to go now. And 5th position is putting up a fight. He really doesn't want to go a lap down. I don't blame him. That's rough whenever you're running 5th, thinking that you're having a good race and you get lapped. It puts things in perspective in a hurry. All right, this has got to be, what, 3 or 4 laps down for some of these guys at the back part of the field. I can't even keep track of how many times I've lapped some of these guys. It's at least 3 times, I think. All right, 4 laps to go. So I know I definitely don't want to do this again. I do not want to get our car this upgraded. That was my own fault for not paying enough attention. I had forgotten that I had done anything with this chassis in the previous week, but unfortunately I had, and now I'm paying the price for it by being out front and running away with this thing. Okay, now I kind of do want to see. All right, we're 9 seconds ahead of second place. Now that the race is in its final lap, I wanted to see just how far we had pulled ahead of second place. Now, if the leader, when we passed him, and then he ran us back down, had he not had that incident, who knows what he might have been able to do, because he was running some pretty good laps. And I think he could have given us a run for our money, and probably it would have come down to the wire, but unfortunately that didn't work out. But I'm really hoping we don't have to be this careful. Look at that, only 4 cars on the lead lap. And let's see, some of these guys at the back, yep, 3 and 4 laps down. Wow. All right, so we'll take our victory. Again, not exactly what we wanted or how we wanted it, but once again, that merch payout is still at $10. What is it going to take for us to get beyond that $10? How long is it going to take? So now we have 2 victories. That moves us up to the top 5 in points once again, in a tie, actually. All right, so we'll take our victory. And I'm really hoping as we move up through the series that we'll need a faster and faster car, closer and closer to fully upgraded in order to compete, because that's part of the fun of owning your own team, and is trying to improve your car from week to week and get faster and have to work hard to compete. So really hoping that that gets better as we get farther along. Now, another thing to pay attention to is our money is growing now. So that's going to give us more money to put into our truck series team next season. So that's the reason why I'm not spending really a whole lot of money. We don't need the performance. Oh, looks like we've got a message here. Let's see what she's got to say.
This season is almost over, and I'm proud of you. I think all your hard work will pay off.
All right, Miss Deegan, a nice friendly message for us. Okay, so up next for us will be Richmond, and this is a track that I expect to struggle with. Not necessarily in handling, but in overall speed. So it's going to be a lot of fun to run this race and see how well we can do, but we'll be doing that in our next video. For now, thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned as we'll continue our Making It Fun career mode series here in NASCAR Heat 3.